Like many wetlands, the Rhine region between France and Germany is suffering from a decline in biodiversity. This is why a cross-border project is being carried out to protect threatened animal species, like the owl of Athena, which almost completely vanished from this region 25 years ago. This was due in part to the disappearance of orchards and their cavity trees that the owl likes to nest in. Today, the owl of Athena is doing much better thanks to the fruit trees that were planted and the hundreds of nesting boxes installed.
Currently, in 2021, we estimate that there are around 700 owl pairs in Alsace. So we have gone from 150 pairs in the 1990s to 700 pairs, thanks to the efforts of volunteers who are passionate about this owl. They have made it possible to save this species and help its population grow.
6 species have been selected for the Ramsar Biodiversity project, which covers Germany and France. Its total budget is €1.2 million, half of which is funded by the European Union. Another one of the species being protected is the northern lapwing, a wetland bird whose numbers have declined due to its natural habitat being transformed and drained for agriculture. For this bird, a number of depressions have been dug along the edges of agricultural land, creating these ponds that give the lapwing access to larvae and arthropods. They help facilitate its reproduction.
We must always remember that life is part of a large food chain. So if there is a lapwing, there must be food for this lapwing, which feeds on a specific vegetation. So we are in what we call a functional ecosystem, and us humans are part of this great biodiversity.
Birds have no borders, and on the German side of the Rhine, these rafts have been adopted by common terns. This migratory bird usually breeds on stony beaches, safe from predators, but they disappeared with the canalization of the Rhine.
The common tern is a species that has the same problem on both sides of the Rhine, namely that it no longer finds natural breeding grounds in our countries. As it doesn't matter whether it flies on the German or French side, it's good that we work together.
Environmentalists insist that we need to urgently reform our agricultural practices to take into account birds, which also play an important role in farming.